What does Black History Month mean to you?
Black History Month means to me it's a time just to celebrate and voice everything that happened for people like me and everybody else in reality, no matter what color, to just come out and be open and accept everything that, the reason why we have Black History Month.
So Black History Month means to me is celebrating the history and highlighting notable figures in the Black community. So such as Malcolm X, Maya Angelou, and Barack Obama. So there's very notable people that has helped and impact the Black community in many ways.
And why is it important to center Black voices specifically in athletics?
I think in athletics because it's simple to learn about other people's experiences to help you develop in your own sport. You can use, I'm playing soccer, but I can use someone who played basketball or football, his life story to help myself in my soccer career.
I believe it's important to center Black voices because there's not too many, and sometimes Black voices have a change that and that viewpoint that others don't have and others don't see, and that's the reason why I feel like it should be voiced, especially in the athletic community, because of a lot of young Black athletes, boys or girls, are trying to become athletes, pursue their careers, and having a voice and somebody to have your back and somebody to talk to that can understand where you come from makes it a real good deal.
Athletics is really a big part of Black culture. I mean, there's a reason why in the NBA, NFL, and other really big sports leagues that Black athletes are a big part of it because they just are really dominant and they have like the drive, and it's really what allows a lot of Black athletes to get out of the current situation that they're in.
And can you think of a mentor or role model who inspired you to further your athletics and academic career?
Yeah, so this is gonna be my high school cross country coach, Coach Jess, and she was very inspirational. She always told me that you have potential, you can do this, and you should go for it. And those were like really inspirational to me because I remember one race, it was against like my number one competitor, and she was like, "Why didn't you go with them? Like you could have gone." But previously to that, I lost like the championship race to them in cross country. But they're like, next race, go after them. And then the next time I saw them was during our track championship, and then I ended up beating them for like the first time, and it was really cool.
Yeah, two people for sure. Growing up in my life, my mother, she's been a person that I've seen her never quit, never back down. I've seen her go from the bottom all the way back up to the top, and that just pursued me to keep going, never quit. And then I have another person named Paul Gripper. When I was at a tough point in my life where everything was going left, he brought me in. He showed me welcome. He showed me that I could make it. He showed me that. He gave me the encouragement and the love to say that you can do this. Like you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be a product of your environment. You can make it out.
And you mentioned it, but you're from France. What was that like from a cultural perspective?
I think it's really different because so in the US you say Black history, but in France I would say every Black person is different because you can come from the Caribbean, you can come from Africa and different countries in Africa. So we all have different cultures. While in the US it's like one big culture, I would say. So it's really different.
You're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, over on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed any cultural differences within the Black community as you've moved out west?
Yes. I could say it's less. In Philadelphia, it's predominantly, Black. You see more Black people than you see white people, but I feel like race isn't really a big thing. But with Black History Month and the Black community moving out west, I feel like the groups are smaller, and I feel as though we don't come out and talk to each other as much because, we're all separated. So I feel like that's something that should change. But the differences I've noticed is that how we approach things. Like in Philadelphia, the way, we don't talk to each other when you walk past the street. You don't smile. You keep your head down and get to where you gotta go. Being out west, I could say is way more friendly, way more comfortable, way more opening, way more acceptable to whoever you are as a person. So that's one of the differences I definitely learned in the Black community.
And you grew up in Germany. What was that like from a cultural perspective?
Yeah, so it was actually really cool because Germany was actually a lot more diverse than you would think it was. You had the Arabs, you had the Africans, you had the German cultures in itself too. So just having like that really big blend of culture was really nice because going there, I didn't think there would be that many Black people there, but there's actually like neighborhoods just like Africans. So you go to the African barber, get your haircut, and so that was like really cool.
And can you share the significance of being a Black student athlete at FLC?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I think it's a really big part of being here because there's only so many few of us, so I feel like I can relate with a lot of them, and it's a good experience to have, especially just getting out of very big cities and just coming to Ringo and just engaging in the community and engaging with other athletes. I feel like it's a really great experience.
I think at Fort Lewis College, the school do a good job to like integrate a lot of people together, different culture, interact together every day on campus. So I don't think it's like something special, I'll say, to be a bachelor. It's just everyday life. Just try to be successful every day.
And what advice do you have for Black athletes who are looking to follow in your path?
Like I said earlier, to just use other people's life experiences to develop yourself in your own career and try to do your best to be successful and always believe in your dreams.
Yeah, I would definitely say that if you're used to coming from the big cities, that a lot of people are from here, like Denver or Phoenix, just know that it's going to be a little bit more slow tempo, and that even though it may be different, it can be a different, a good way. You just have to make the most of it.
For the young athletes, for the older athletes that's continuing to follow my path, I say just don't stop. If you quit, you never know what it could be. But if you don't quit, you never know. And I understand that's kind of different to say, but it's something that I raised off of. If you quit tomorrow, it's all going to be, it's just going to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda. But if you don't, and you push through and you make it, that joy, that success, that risk for you making it is one of the best things you could ever have. And that's my advice.